Okay, we are live. What is going on, guys? My name is Brando Olinick. In this conversation, we are talking about how to actually make an income from home. So if you're wanting to work from home, you're wanting to stay at home as a parent, or you just want to be able to have the opportunity to be your own boss, you've come to the right place. I am going to put a figure on this number. I am going to talk about, making 100,000 a year in annual income, net income that you get to keep when it comes to working from home. And ultimately, the best way to do this is being your own boss and starting a business. And you have two approaches you could take to this. All right, you have internet-based business and traditional business. I would encourage you learn to leverage yourself, especially from someone who has gone through a lot of stuff out there, tried some things out, some things worked, some things didn't work. The things that did work, supplies, equipment, outsourced employees. Building a business that way from home, it's not enjoyable because you have to manage those things. When you have that overhead and you're managing those things all the time, yeah, you're working at home, but when you're working at home and you're just consistently, consumed in work all the time, there's no freedom to actually enjoy your family. There's no freedom to do the things that you want. And it wasn't until a year and a half ago that I realized this and I transitioned to an internet-based business that things started to click. It wasn't overnight. It wasn't easy. I had to be very consistent, but what happened was while I was building, different traditional home businesses, I was working a job in a restaurant about 50 hours a week because it wasn't working out for me. It's how most business and entrepreneurs start. And what ended up happening was I ended up coming across a person who was building a business and income on the internet. And that's not average or typical. I mean, you guys, we don't come across people every single day who are just living out on the beach and, who are able to create incomes from home. I mean, it's just not average. It's not something typical people do. So I'm assuming you're not average or typical or looking for typical results or average results. So if we can just not be average here for a second, we can throw the average mentality out the door. After searching the internet, YouTube, blog posts, came across this individual and they were building a business in a certain way. I mean, there's a lot of people that say and claim they make incomes online, and some of them do, some of them don't. And when it came down to this person, though, they were building a business in a certain way that really attracted me, where they weren't talking to their friends and family. They weren't a guru. They weren't a traffic expert. They weren't someone who was creating their own products and services. They were just building an income from their home, and their home, get this, was in different locations every 3 to 6 months because they're traveling and building a business at the same time, living in countries where they didn't speak the language because they're able to do that, building an income online. I began to model and copy them. And guys, it like I said, it didn't happen overnight, but 3 months into copying them and working really, really hard without a plan B, sacrificing all my time, social life, everything, I was able to create a full-time income business working part-time in 3 months period of time after that point, and haven't worked a job since then. That's going back to September 12th of 2014. And I share that with you because when it comes to making 100,000 a year, which is just a number I wanted to use in this video. But when it comes to making an income, an annual income from home, one that's steady, consistent, and reliable, all right, reliability, okay, is when you learn the skills of how to make your own dollar and turn it into two. When you learn to make your own income, building a business through the internet is the best modality you could tap into because it empowers you. You set your own schedule. You can work from home and do what you want to do when you want to do it. And that is just so empowering and liberating. And that's the tip I wanted to share with you guys, because if it worked for me, it can definitely work for you. The only thing holding you back is excuses, and also that I had already walked the path before you. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this. It's Brando Linux signing out. If you have any questions and comments on this, put them down below and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Or if you have any experiences, share them. I know I've been burnt through a lot of things out there online, but honestly that's why it wasn't until I connected with someone who's willing to kind of coach me and show me the steps that I had to break through. So I really hope this gets across to you guys. Go out there, crush it. I believe in you. And if you'd like to learn more about how to use the same system and get around the same community of people I've been able to get around to build a business and income on the internet, connect with me on my site. I'll put a link down below. It's 123marketingtips.com. I'll actually personally connect with you guys there, and I'll see you guys on the beach of the world. Take care.